If you're looking for the simplest way to connect, I think Devolo is brilliant. They have this app that works very well. TP-Link has an app that's rubbish, slow, and I made it work, but it was a lot of pain, not worth the hassle at all. So I recommend Devolo for that. But if you have a TP-Link, that's also fine. So before I show you how to configure everything, let's go quickly through the basics. So configuring PowerLine network, obviously you have to have your PowerLine adapters, at least 2. How you start, you go to a room. So first of all, you need to start with the room where you have your router. So you plug in your one adapter here, you plug in it to your router with the Ethernet cable that's been provided, and then simply plug your Ethernet, adapter in the other room or in the same room to test. Then you go to another room on the same level. Once you've checked that it is working fine, only then you can expand to the next level. It may or may not work depending on how your electric installation is built in. If it doesn't work, you may need to buy this device from Devolo and get your electrician to install it, or you can just take an Ethernet cable to the next floor, which might be an easier and cheaper solution. The other thing to remember is that you have to plug your adapters straight into the power sockets. You cannot use those extensions, especially those with multiple sockets. You may be okay with the simple extensions, one plug, one socket. There may be some slowdowns. It may or may not work. Okay, so configuring the network. You just need to log in or use the app. So make sure you've got 2 adapters at least, and then log into the web interface or log into the app. The web interface will provide you more options than the app, but the app is a good start, and for most people this will be enough. You need to know what type of adapters you have, so basic one and the extender. So let's have a look. So we can call it either basic or an add-on adapter. It only has Ethernet ports, so here you've got TP-Link, they have Ethernet ports at the top. And then you have an extender or Wi-Fi extender, so it's got Ethernet ports and Wi-Fi. And as you can see, this TP-Link has got Ethernet port on the side. I don't like this because it may be getting in the way. I prefer Ethernet ports to be at the top, but you know, it's up to you. And you can see there is a diode and a symbol showing us that this has got Wi-Fi. So you need usually both of those, or at least 2 basic adapters if you're only planning to use Ethernet ports. So it's up to you. To configure, you just need to log in. As I said, you need to know the IP address of your web interface of your adapter. And if you don't know it, you need to find it. And again, how to do it? Well, you can use the app. So in case of Devolo, that's pretty straightforward. You start the app, it's very fast, and it will show you 2 devices, and it shows you the speeds they are on. Now this arrow pointing here, it's a bit confusing. I think it should be the other way around, but you can swap it, it does not matter. And as you can see, I've got the options here. So these are the most important options. I can change the name of the device. I can see the IP address. I can click on identify the device, so it will blink its lights at the front, and then I can set those standards. So compatibility mode, yes, that's what's recommended, usually works best. And in case of Devolo, you will use MIMO and this VDSL profile 17, whereas in case of TP-Link, you need to use MIMO full power. I'll show you this in a moment. So you click OK if you want to change things, and that's it. Now, you can click here. It will take you straight to this website, to the configuration web page. So this is very good. I don't need any passwords in case of Devolo. TP-Link needs passwords. So this is good. And I can change all the settings. So first of all, let's see what we need to change. We need to have a look at the time, PowerLine speeds, Wi-Fi, and firmware. So make sure that you check those things first. So it shows me the IP address. This one, IPv6, not important really. Okay, Wi-Fi is configured. I have it configured already. So this is my Wi-Fi configuration. I like to use both networks, so 2.4 and 5.0, and I give them 2 different names so I know which I am connected to. Also, you may have these names the same as in your router, or you may have different names. It's up to you if you want to identify them or not. Having the same network names and the same passwords on all adapters and routers simply makes it easier. You just configure it once and your device connects to whichever interface it chooses or whichever adapter, network, etc. If you have different names, you will need to add them separately. So that's a bit of a nuisance, but then you know which one you are connected to, which might help with troubleshooting. Okay, so PowerLine, you need to make sure that this PowerLine domain name is the same on all adapters. When they are connected, it will be the same. If they are not connected, it maybe they have different names and you need to pair them again. So you can leave the power network or you can start pairing. Usually start pairing is the first thing you should do if they don't connect by themselves. And again, MIMO, this is the default, not full power. Full power works better on TP-Link, not on Devolo, at least for me. I can see those speeds here. So these are gross speeds. I'm getting not even half of that speed really. Unfortunately, I'm getting around 200, maybe if I'm lucky 300 megabits per second. So less than half. Okay, what else do we need to check? LAN, okay, nothing interesting here. System, oh yeah, make sure that you've got the right date. So we've got Wednesday the 6th of November, the time is 21:17. Management, yeah, I can change the name here as well. I can change the password, but that's not necessary. I can identify, I can use the power management options if I want to, and change the LED settings as well. I have them on, then I turn them off depending on what I want. I have those two buttons enabled, but I don't use them very often, but I sometimes use PowerLine button. That's for pairing if I need to troubleshoot. Okay, where are we? Management configuration. We can save the config. Firmware, make sure you're up to date. That's always a good idea. Check the manufacturer's website. This is the latest, so it's more than a year old, but there haven't been any updates since that time. Before that time, there were regular updates. Config sync, yeah, not really important, but you might want to have it enabled just in case. And basically this is it. Devolo, done. TP-Link devices, they require a password, so I've already set a password. I'm going to log in. This is what we see. Now again, I'm getting some speeds here and some other speeds. So this is a high speed because I have now connected another device. There are 3 of them together. So if we look at my Devolo PowerLine, let's see. Now I've got high speeds as well, but as I said, this is between those devices because they are plugged into the same socket. Normally, this is what I'm getting, and this is the gross speed, and I'm getting maybe a third of it really, or a quarter of it in real terms. So on TP-Link device, again, you go to PowerLine, make sure that this is the same profile name. For troubleshooting, they have to be the same. You can initiate pairing from here or press the button on the adapter itself. Compatibility mode, again, make sure it's turned on, MIMO, and full power for TP-Link. Wi-Fi, again, you can change Wi-Fi settings here. You can go to network, you can obtain IP address automatically. This is what will happen for most people. I know what I'm doing, so I changed it to what I want. And again, system. Read everything here, make sure that you set it the way you like it, make sure that the time settings are okay, so the 6th of November, 21:22 is the time, backup and restore okay, firmware update, again, check on the manufacturer's website, and basically this is it. You should be getting really good speeds and connections.